I'm Zach Stivers. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee, and I went on expedition track.
Hey, I'm Daniel Smith, and I am from Greenville, South Carolina, and I went on expedition.
And I'm Michael Smith. I'm also from Greenville, South Carolina, and I went on expedition.
It was really fun. On the first day, which was Sunday, we got our gear ready and camped on Dover Gorge property, and then
We did our briefing, and we camped by the pavilions down there.
Didn't sleep much because we weren't
didn't
tired.
They didn't sleep much. We talked till like 3 in the morning, just sitting there. It was once you got to sleep, it was nice.
Yeah.
The tents was funny. They condensated up the top, so when you smacked it, you just get rained on. Tuesday morning.
Monday morning.
Monday morning.
Monday morning,
I'm
we
sorry.
get up and we pack our bags, and they must weigh about 30
40
pounds
pounds,
a
and
piece.
we
And
take
we-
a hike and we take it through the tunnels.
go walking on the railroad tracks, which
We
was
went,
fun.
what do you say, 3.5
We went about
miles on the track?
3 1/3 miles
About, yeah.
on the first day.
And
hiking.
then we come up to
Bridges.
We come up to these bridges, and
And
on top is you have railroad ties, and there's spacing that just gets bigger and bigger along.
And you can't walk.
Yeah, and so you have to go down, and there are these beams, and they're about this far apart,
Yeah. So
And about
we made
this
our
and
own,
about
wide.
this wide.
yeah, and we made our own harnesses, and we put them on. Which
Let me tell you, they were tight.
they were tight, and they made us look really awkward.
Yes,
But
it
fun.
was awkward.
But it was fun. So then we strap onto a cable and we walk across this bridge.
And
It's
two
about
beams,
30, 40
two beams
feet up.
about this wide and about this far apart.
and they wiggled a lot if you put them in.
So you'd be standing here and you'd be going, wiggling, holding on, trying to hold on to something so you're not falling off. Made that across, and we came to a second bridge.
Which we had one beam about that wide, which
It was
is
about
easy to
this
walk.
wide.
That
you-
one you can just walk straight across.
I mean, yeah, you could practically run across it. And then
After that, we came to a river.
we came to Doe River. It's right at the boundary line between Mr. Gregory's property and Doe River's property. So our packs had these waist buckles.
So we unbuckled them.
And we'd have to walk across holding the waist
We'd hold-
buckles, and we'd walk like this,
Shuffle.
shuffle our feet.
We had a couple guys almost fall.
We had one kid, he went like this, and the two guys holding his pack caught him like this.
And
He was
pulled
in
him.
the water, pulled him back up,
It was fun.
and you'd step on rocks, and I actually took a log between my legs and it hurt.
It was a fun time. And then we made it to Mr. Gregory's.
And let me tell you, Mr. Gregory's property was nice. It already had a fire pit.
That
It
was
also-
wet.
It was wet. And Ben and Keikoa,
Also, it could go
also
with
known as
Kwee-kwee.
Kwee-kwee, could not make Fwee-fwee, which is also known as fire. They couldn't make a fire. Well, they had one going, and it was like, and it went out. But
We
the
went swimming
best thing
that day,
about
too.
Mr. Gregory's property was you could go swimming.
So we raced up and down the river with
I
rapids.
smashed my shin right through here on a rock. Going up, I went boom like that, face plant into the water. And so they did a race. I think Matthew won.
Matthew won by about this much.
They were both going.
And we both hit our chest on the same rock in the river. And then we circled up, we had our Bible study,
And went to sleep.
talk, and then we just all completely were whipped
We went
and went to sleep.
stargazing.
Then we went to
before
Oh
sleep.
yeah, we
went
did
to
go
sleep.
stargazing.
And
That was
the
awesome.
best thing about Mr. Gregory's property was it actually had not a hot spring, but it had
I
a
wish.
spring. Just a spring with fresh water, so
Such
that's what we filled
good
our
water.
Nalgene's and our pots with, and that was a lot of fun.
Really
And so then we
convenient.
went to sleep. And
We went to sleep, packed it up.
in the morning we wake up.
Tuesday morning rolls around,
We gotta pack up our sleeping bags and sleeping pads and,
and then
sleeping
we
bag
got
liners.
and then we got to boil water for oatmeal.
But first we had to pack up our tents before we could eat.
Which was
Yeah.
not very nice.
No, it took a while actually. Since it
So-
was the second morning that we had taken down our tents. First morning we'd done it without instructions, but second morning.
Yeah. And so then we have to go back across the river.
Well, no. We had two options. The night before we went to sleep, Ben said we could wake up 2 hours earlier to take the high water trail around,
Or we can sleep and go back through the river.
which
and we
was
chose
like
sleep.
15 minutes. Because I mean, it only got up to about here on the river, so it wasn't that bad. We
Yeah, and we chose sleep.
pack it across the river. We go up instead of continuing back to where we came. We turn left.
And walk
And we
up
just
this
kept
trail.
walking, and it was muddy and dirty.
Awesome.
Yeah, it
And
was.
then Stedman came and picked us up and,
And then-
drove us to another campsite.
Stedman comes out of nowhere. I mean, he's just like there with a van, with air conditioning,
Which felt awesome.
which was
But it was such a Stedman van too.
Yes.
yeah, it was
about-
dilapidated.
Yeah, about the fall.
It's actually right down there. You can see the Pepsi thing on the back window.
It looked like it was about to fall apart.
Yeah,
So
it
then we
was.
went to another campsite and we had lunch. And one of the guys on our trip, it's the first time he'd ever had a peanut butter jelly sandwich in his
Yeah,
life.
we went to the Cherokee National Forest right over
Yeah.
here, and this kid named Brandon
Luter.
he had never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before.
So we had those for lunch.
We made him a chunky peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He ate that thing like it was this big. It was really about this big. He went, just sucked it down.
And he had it. It was gone. It was
It was
good.
really
And
funny.
so then we start hiking down this trail, and first you got kind of tallish grass about up here for a mile or so,
Then we start crossing streams.
and then we start crossing streams. Ah, my feet are wet.
Forth.
We crossed
Back.
31 streams in
Total.
2 days.
It was awesome.
It was like, I mean, you'd step in one, it would come up to here. Your feet would literally just become dry, and then back in the river.
It
It was
was.
amazing. And so then we get to our next campsite, which was
Frog level.
frog level.
But before you get to frog level, you have to go through fields that literally the grass is up to here on
Yes,
you.
it's really cool.
Like, I mean,
It's
you're looking over to making sure Ben
like-
and Kakoa are behind you.
Now Ben's in front, Co's behind.
So we get to frog level, and it's just this kind of dinky little campsite. It has this broken log, and it's stretched across, so we hung our clothes and stuff on
Our
that.
clothes never dried.
Oh
No.
gosh, no!
And we all smelled like wet dogs, which was a new thing for me.
Yeah, it was really bad.
It was yeah.
But and then at frog level, they didn't have a spring or fresh water or nothing.
So we'd have to
No.
purify our own water.
So
through
we
special
had to take
water
a
pumps.
filter, and it was basically a bicycle pump with a filter shoved inside with 2 tubes. And this is how you had to pump your water.
You're just pumping it. And we all have two 32-ounce Nalgene's
So there's a
fill.
little hose going in here and a hose in the water, and you're going.
to fill it up. And it takes about 3 to 5 minutes a bottle. And it was so long, and the water was freezing cold.
But I slept. I think most of us slept really well at frog level.
Yeah.
It was nice. And
So, what is it? Wednesday morning, we wake up. We get out of. We leave frog level. We cross.
we crossed like 4
8 more streams.
Yeah, about 4 to 8 more
And
streams.
then here's Stedman and Aaron on these rocks as we're coming out,
And they're just taking pictures of us,
and they're
snapping these pictures.
just like glamorous. And so we're crossing, and they're taking pictures. And then
So-
this is when we came up with a Stedman. We call him Sasquatch for some reason.
He looks
um,
like a Sasquatch.
He was not born, but he was made in the forest. So he managed these rocks that, I mean, literally, if you didn't take 3 points of contact, you just go flying down.
And he just walks
just
over
walks across
normal.
them like
And
it's normal.
Stedman's just like he didn't even try to do anything. He
He just walks.
walks.
So we're all taking. We found these awesome pair of sunglasses. They were like women's sunglasses.
They were the rip-offs of these like
Gucci's
Gucci's, and they're like $300 sunglasses.
for the real ones. And this is just a rip-off pair.
And I
so
mean-
they're just bent up and broken in the river. We put them back together and bend them so they fit the face. And I'm wearing those.
They're
around
his
the
favorite
entire time.
sunglasses.
No, not my favorites yet. But it was awesome.
So
It's hilarious.
Wednesday, after that, we meet Stedman and Aaron.
And
We go a little ways.
Then get to this
We
campground
eat lunch
site.
and we take a bunch of these pictures with these signs. At first we're sad, and then we're happy.
And
then we have
a
to
frame
hold up
that's
a picture
crooked,
frame that's
and then
crooked,
we have it straight.
and then that's straight. And then
then
after that,
we
we
got
get
to
our
go
we
Our
get-
caving gear
We
on.
got to go caving. So
We get on like a plumber jumpsuit
so
kind
we
of
go
things.
we go up there, and they said you're gonna have to crawl through this hole, and I'm thinking, okay, so the holes you're gonna be on your hands and knees. This is how much clearance we had.
It was awesome though.
You were
You could
low
barely-
crawl. You were
You
low,
could barely squeeze through it. It was amazing.
you were low crawl, aka army crawling, through the whole time, hand over
It
hand.
was awesome.
Trying, and I mean, the cave is not rock really. It's
It's
mostly
like,
just
mostly like
hard
wet,
and mud.
muddy clay.
And so your shoes would just be slipping whenever you tried to move.
We got so dirty.
We
It was
went
so
at
much fun.
least half a mile into the cave.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like all through this, I mean, you put your feet into the stream, and I tell you, that was freezing water.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It was like
It
40,
was awesome though.
45 degree water. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh, it felt so nice, and the air in there was moist, and it felt really good on your lungs. And like, I mean, it's not that the air's nice out here, but it's polluted.
Somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat polluted.
Michael. And in the cave, it's just so fresh. And we get about half a mile in, and we find a spot, so we sit down.
And
we turn our
off all
lights on. I mean,
Lights
you can't tell the difference between your eyes closed and when your eyes are open. I have my hand this far in front of my face. The only way I can tell it's there is because I'm breathing on it. I can feel the air bouncing off. But you couldn't see anything, and it was
No.
weird. Your mind would like.
Play tricks on you. and
So then we
stuff.
had to talk
It
with
was cool.
Stedman, Ben, and Keikoa.
And we talked about how
We walk into darkness, but we
we
need
walk
to
in the
share our
darkness,
light
but
with
with
others.
Christ we share our light with others.
So they're trying to light candles.
Yeah,
but
Ben
Yeah,
had a-
Ben
can't find the light. The
The
lighter.
striker
Ben
pad-
couldn't strike a match to save our lives. I mean, I'm sorry, Ben, but you couldn't.
Yeah, he's a
It
Boy
was-
Scout too.
It was
so.
pretty funny.
You just see you see the spark and then nothing.
So after our talk, they give us about 15 minutes just to explore.
Michael and I were walking around. We
Find
find
these
this
little
hole.
tiny holes.
It's literally about this big. I go, I
He-
can do this. I squeeze through like this, just slide down.
And so I try to go in. My shoulders won't
And
even
he
go in
goes
there.
like, the rocks are here. I can squeeze my shoulders and pass through. He's going, the
And I
rocks
just
are.
get stuck. It's just like, it hurt.
We actually
kinda-
found a AAA battery, and one
Yeah,
of
we
the
found a lot of
things,
stuff. It
one
was
of the
fun.
things that we mostly talked about on the expedition is called leave no trace. Like you don't like especially killing. You don't kill.
You don't kill animals for your
You
food.
don't pick up stakes. Don't.
Yeah, you
pick
don't
up
wanna bend the
rocks,
stakes,
Don't bring home
throw it.
memorabilia from a camping trip.
You leave it there.
And
you pick up your own
leave
trash.
it better than how you found
Yeah,
it.
so if there's trash laying there that you didn't put down as you're walking, you pick it up and you carry it with you and throw it away when
Yeah,
you
we do like a
can.
police line and walk across the campsite.
I mean,
looking
it's
for stuff.
fingertip to fingertip, and you walk along, and I mean, like campsite. We stayed at a Snake Island.
Which was last night.
Like I would take a step here, soda can, soda, can, beans, just cans all around it. I mean, it's this island out on Watauga, and it's just
Beautiful island though.
I mean, literally, there's non-open Pepsis and fish guts and everything just lying on the ground.
It
It's
was
like,
gross.
like,
Sad.
and then we also found a human waste bucket.
Yeah, it was filled
It
with
was
waste.
filled,
It was waste.
and it reeked, and there was sweat,
Toilet
torn
paper.
up toilet paper all over the ground.
Really nasty.
It's pretty gross.
It was.
So-
We're
and then-
still on Wednesday, actually.
Yeah, we're still on Wednesday. That's all.
So
yesterday.
Wednesday, we're coming out of the cave, and
There's a thunderstorm, so we have to wait inside the mouth of the cave for about 20 minutes.
coming out of the cave, I have 2 wipeouts. Going up, I slip. Then going
Slip.
down. Then going down, I'm like this. I'm sliding down. My foot hits a rock. I go.
Boom, and he just barrel rolls.
I mean,
down.
I barrel roll out of
And
the
he barrel
cave. I
rolls
almost
down.
took him out with me.
Yeah, it was
Funny.
It was graceful.
Very graceful.
graceful fall I've ever seen.
So we get out of.
Do you guys know each other before this
No,
experience?
we've
never did.
never known each other before.
I feel like we did.
They're
Now
like
I
my
feel
best
we did.
friends now.
It's awesome.
It really is. I'm 13. They're both 16. They're twins. I'm the youngest kid here.
Yeah, it was pretty
Okay.
it was
Sad
sweet.
face.
And so then Wednesday night we camped at actual campgrounds.
That's near Lake Watauga, so.
Yeah, which was a nice change for once. And that's the first night we had a fire because Keikoa finally decided no matter what he was going to make a fire, and he did.
We brought dry wood, thankfully, and so that is when Keikoa decides to give himself the famous name. He goes, lights a fire. He goes, whoosh, I make fwee, and so that's when we came up with the name Kwee for Keikoa.
So
for Keikoa.
we drive him crazy the entire rest of the trip. We
So-
say,
so we go-
Kwee made fwee.
Kwee makes fwee, and
It's
I
just
mean,
a kind of
it was
funny
fun.
and
joke.
Keikoa's name is, I called him Kokia, Kikoa,
Coca-Cola.
Kokola. Thursday we do a 4-hour kayak.
Our
kayak.
kayak trip. Our arms are burning.
Snake Island. We get to Snake Island. That's where Outdoor
Yeah.
Sportsman stayed last year.
We go to Snake Island at first because it was thundering and lightning as we were kayaking, so we had
And
to
then we
find a
get
place to stop.
on our kayaks, go around.
And we basically just go about 100 yards this way, and Ben is like, "All right, we're at camp," and we're all like, "What?" And he just pulls up on Snake Island.
And there's Stedman with burgers, and then
We got a boat, we got burgers, we got beans, we got cookies, chips, soda, Powerade, everything that we didn't have throughout the
and
entire
then
week. Stedman
today
had
we
there.
do a 200-yard kayak.
200 yards, yeah.
We unpack our kayaks. We eat breakfast.
Come
clean
back
off
We
our
here.
kayaks.
we clean back, come up, shower.
We get a shower first time
with-
in
oh
a
my
week.
gosh, it felt,
It felt so
nice.
good, yeah.
Amazing.
Hot water
It was
too.
It was awesome.
And so
And
so now we're here talking to you.
yeah. So we had a debrief with our parents and our leaders, and we had lunch, and we got just basically tell the parents everything we did, and we got pictures.
Expedition was
We
a
got
really
pictures.
cool.
You like
trip.
that picture?
Yeah.
You know who took it?
I think you took it.
Hey, there you go.
I would say she took it, but I wouldn't be too sure.